How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 2 of P Food Reviews. I'm Patrick.
I'm Evan. Welcome back, everybody.
We're happy to be here. A little bit of an unorthodox episode today. We went through the ringer to get this food for you all today. Remember what we said last episode, Evan? We do it for the fans.
Yep. And ringer with a capital R. It was kind of crazy. We have been through the ringer, as Patrick just mentioned. So we initially started. There was presumably a sandwich place called Toasty and Sweets. It looked interesting. It was a Korean sandwich place. But apparently they're so good, they closed early because they sold out of all the sandwiches. So that was a bust. We couldn't go there.
That's right, Evan.
But shout out to them. But
yeah, and we really would have loved to try that because apparently they are so good that they have to close early because they lose everything. So we got back in the car and we were trying to figure out where to go next. And upon searching, we found a place called Bebe's Fish and Chicken. 5 minutes away from the first place, not too far, so we decided to drive there. We then found out that it was supposedly located in an airport industry park, and we had no idea where it was. Google Maps didn't give us the right idea, so we were driving around for a good 15 to 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes, I'd say.
Trying to figure out where the hell this place was. We then figured out where it was, only to find out that it doesn't exist anymore and it is now a catering place.
And that's our fault. You know what? That's our fault.
Lack of research, lack of focus. We were really rattled at that point. We were just wondering if we had to pivot. Maybe shut the channel down. We were rattled.
We Patrick and I legitimately talked for about 3 hours in the car about whether or not we should just stop the channel altogether and just quit because we couldn't figure it out. It
was a very dark time for us. And then third time's the charm. We looked it up and we ended up going to Tokyo Stop. Now, a couple things about the area that Tokyo Stop is in. There is multiple other similarly themed locations in that area. There's a Japanese bakery in the area. There is a Japanese goods, which will also show you something that's part of the review today that we got from there. But we also made a little pit stop at the start, just to see where we went.
Yep.
Animatopia. So, after that visit, we decided to stop into the groceries place, that had the Japanese items for sale. A lot of it was imported. There's some really cool stuff in there.
Great quality, very high quality stuff.
We didn't get any beverages with our meal, but we did get something from here to drink. Evan, why don't you explain what this is?
So, this is a classic brand. This is the Ito-en Oi Ocha line of teas. And this one is the Hojicha green tea. Now, Hojicha is a type of green tea that is a toasted green tea leaf. So it tastes like green tea, but it's got a little more of a complex kind of smoky, toasted flavor, which is great for an intellectual like me. I kind of like stuff that's a little more complex. I don't like simple things, so yeah. I thought this would be a good thing for us to have with it. And
to naturally theme the episode, Evan took out his sake set.
I decided
a little bit in there. Do we want to start just with this?
Should we just have a little drink? Let's do.
We've been running around in the heat for like an hour and a half.
Let me pour it for you, Patrick. Here, hold it with both hands. There you are. So I'll give you a little bit.
Can I pour it for you?
Of course, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man. This looks fantastic.
And now, it's my turn. Or I guess your turn, rather.
Oh, and for the producer as well.
The third ornamental sake cup.
Yes. Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Huh.
What do you think?
That tea was f***ing terrible. That is a flavor, man.
Kind of a sesame oil-like flavor. Which is something that I tend to really enjoy.
How much of this do you drink typically? We bought a lot of this, dude.
Well,
we got a lot of this.
Let's just say, can you blame me? I mean, come on, that's just how I am, right? I mean, you guys saw episode.
Classic Evan.
You saw episode 1. I mean, come on, guys. That's
okay.
Let's get into the real
hard pivot.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes, or I guess not the meat and potatoes, but the pork and rice rather.
Of the Evan, why don't you say what you got, buddy?
Okay, so I decided to get the tonkatsu pork with the large size, as shown by my large box. This is what we've got. Man. An absolute feast for the eyes, the mouth, and presumably the colon after I'm done eating.
Yeah, so that looks like a fantastic meal for you, Evan.
Let's see what you got, Patrick.
For me, I got just the regular sized, but I got a mix of the katsu chicken and sweet and sour chicken. Now, price-wise, I paid about $11 for this. Evan, what was yours?
Mine was about 11, 12.
Yeah, it was something like that.
A little close.
A bit close, the pork and the chicken, a little bit. One thing I did want to point out, we opened this before filming, just to take a look, make sure we got the right thing. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. This looks like horse meat. It looks a little scary. It's supposed to be katsu chicken. It's intimidating. You guys remember the bug from last time.
Right, and you know that we're not afraid to try new things here. So
no, so I think that we're going to save this for last. It'll be our little special end.
Like a dessert,
But, yeah, okay, so Evan, I want to try some of yours. I'm just presuming that you want to try some of mine.
Oh, of course.
What do we start with, man?
This just...
Did you mention the egg, by the way?
No, I did not.
That is egg, ladies and gentlemen, on his pork.
I did not know that there was an egg that came with this, but there's also onions, which is very promising. I tend to like onions a lot, so... another interesting thing...
Very interesting,
I thought this was a sauce of some sort. This seems to be some sort of jelly.
It's like very...
Oh, that smells really good.
Whoa. That was not like a reaction for the camera. That was like my actual gut reaction for how that smelled.
That smells really good. Okay.
I can't pin that down.
No, it's very interesting smell.
Well, I'll have to try it.
We'll have to try it with something.
Okay, Evan, how are we divvying this up? How are we going to do these bites, man?
Well,
got my fork.
I think I'm going to start with this piece of pork right here.
Looks scary. Yeah, I'll just grab a little piece of pork as well. Got a little bit of onion on it.
See, and I'm jealous. I need some onion too.
Yeah, get some onion. Get a good mix of things.
Maybe a little bit of the styrofoam too.
Oh wow, what did I just get here? Okay, I don't want all that. That's just the whole egg, I think. That was very.
That's something, but we will be eating that.
We will eat it. Okay. All right, Evan, you know what time it is.
Yep, it's time to chow down, Patrick.
Let's go.
Right.
I bit through that a little too easy. Did you notice that too?
No. Mine's the opposite. Mine was quite tough.
My teeth kind of just glided through the back half of that piece of meat. I gotta try some of this rice.
Let's try some of the rice, yeah.
So wait, so this is the pork, correct?
I think so. Then what is this?
I think that's the egg.
Okay, let's try some of the egg.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are confused this episode. Here, I gotta try some of this jelly.
Let's try the egg with the jelly. We'll see what we're working with here.
That's actually good. I like the jelly. Oh, it is just straight egg.
This is delicious.
That's very good, actually, yeah. I was a little worried. The scent was extremely strong.
But delightful.
But the taste is very good. I'm still a little worried of how easily my teeth glided through that piece of pork on that first bite.
Well, let's have another piece of pork and we'll see.
Yeah, I had another. I don't want to still take too much of your food here, but...
Okay, this is good. This is a good piece right here.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. The seasoning, I can't... also, I guess you have soy sauce too, but we don't need that, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Let me try. Can I try some of the egg, actually?
I think you can.
Wow, that's a lot of egg. And I got some onion on it too. It's very eggy.
Folks, we have our flaws too. Sometimes we hurt ourselves for it. We do that because we care.
It's pretty good.
We'll be finishing off the egg shortly before we move on to Patrick's plate.
Yeah, to my plate. Yeah, that was pretty solid. All right.
I'll be eating this.
Yeah.
I'll be eating this.
Yeah, you will be eating that. That's a lot of food. It's also good waste. All right. Next up, we got the sweet and sour chicken and the katsu chicken. We're saving this little piece for last. Sweet and sour first?
I was eyeing it the whole time, Patrick.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
We get this nice piece covered in sesame seeds.
Yep.
Right.
And there we go. Chow down. Cheers.
Try this. Mm-hmm. I love sweet and sour chicken.
That piece I just had was a little light on the sauce. Let me try to get some more sauce on that.
Oh, you want more of the sauce.
Mm-hmm. Daddy sauce, remember that?
Right. No, that's a callback to episode 1. Okay,
Yeah.
For new viewers, watch episode 1 right here.
Right there.
Actually, no, it's right here.
What do you think, Mr. Producer? Okay, so we tried the chicken. I just want to try the katsu really quick.
Let's try some of the katsu, Patrick. I like that crunch. I could hear that.
Mm-hmm. Very funky. Yeah. No, that's katsu chicken.
It's good. I feel like, I mean, I've got the pork, so I'm probably not missing out on too much, right? It's probably...
It's very similar, but you know what time it is.
Let's try some of the strange chicken piece. And we'll see.
It might not be chicken, ladies and gentlemen.
This could be just as good as everything else. And
it could be. Who knows? Maybe this is the best piece.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
What do you think, Patrick?
That was a very concerning piece of chicken, Evan.
That looks all right. I mean,
it's fine, but like that texture was
maybe he put it in there for us, and you're being selfish.
The man at the front was very nice.
He was incredibly nice.
He was very considerate, very nice. We beat the rush. Like 4 or 5 people came in after we ordered.
We actually knew that was going to happen, so that's why
we do it for the viewers. So we get this stuff out on time for you guys. All right, Evan. I think it's time for our review.
The PEE Food Reviews rating.
Let's go. First off, this was terrible. I'm sorry, Evan. It's awful.
I'm not sure what you're even thinking, Patrick. That just sounds like
it tastes like earth.
And you see, we all come from the earth. We're going back to our roots with this beverage.
I'm sorry. I have to get another taste really quick. Just because, like, who knows? Maybe I was being too harsh on it, but like,
maybe you should have it with the food.
Yeah, no, that's not any better. That is still awful. That is. I'm giving that. What we do out of 10 again?
Let's do out of 10.
Out of 10. I'm giving that like a 2. That tasted like straight earth.
That hurts.
Evan, what do you rate this?
Sharp darts betwixt us, Patrick. This is at least an 8 out of 10 for me. I could drink this daily.
How much of it can you drink daily? That's like a cup? Like more than this?
Yes. I could drink a water cup. Oh, excuse me. I think so. I could drink a water cup from a movie theater worth of the... No, it's okay. Worth of that. Because I like that so much.
That is a ridiculous statement, because that tastes like a dead person. Next, let's... the pork. Evan, what did you think of the pork?
Out of 10, I would give this I think maybe a 7 out of 10. I like it. I could see some aspects in which it would improve, but I like the fact that it came with onions and egg, and I didn't even know that it was going to. It was like...
It was a nice little surprise.
And see, this is a good piece right here, too. You can see there's kind of like some pork belly on there. It's kind of like maybe a bacon-adjacent piece.
Nice bite, man.
That is pork belly right there, and that's delicious. That is the fat of the pig that you want to eat, and it's good for you. You get a lot of nutrients from the fat and the refuse from animals. The more that you eat, the more that you absorb their nutrients. So it's important to eat, of course, electrolytes and other animal feed.
So sorry, what was the number that you associated with?
Oh, that was a 7.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll say a 7 as well. It was pretty good. The egg I think I needed to combine the meat and the egg together, get it in one bite.
You were missing the crucial.
I was missing the bite because I think together it probably would have been better.
Right.
Yeah. One note I will say too before we do my chicken: the rice is a little stale. The rice is a little. It's a little like if it was a little bit fresher, I would be happier.
I didn't want to say it, Patrick, but you're completely right.
It's just like a little too.
I hate to do it.
Like it had been sitting in the rice cooker for a little too long. You know. So
I think they started with the rice, and then they made the rest of our food.
I agree.
And then they put the rice in, and they put the food on.
Well, I saw in the back. Oh, and also we'll put up pictures of like the interior. I took a couple interior shots of what the place looked like. The rice cooker, I could see it from like the little curtain.
Yes,
you know where the kitchen was. It was a big industrial rice cooker. So I'm sure
big.
they just had a big pot of it.
Kind of just
Rice is like a 5. It's a fine tasting rice. It's just very stale.
Right.
Sweet and sour. I'm gonna give it a 6 just because every piece wasn't as equally saucified, you know, and I feel like that you need to mix that a little bit more. Katsu is kind of dry. Actually, there's another like strange looking piece, but I mean it tastes fine. It's a little chewy, it's a little tough, but I'll give that a 6 as well. You know, for $11, keep in mind, Daddy's Chicken Shack was around the same price, but
the value was
exponentially higher. Yeah,
right.
At least in terms of what I got, I think Evan's might be a little bit more equitable because you had the onions, you had the egg, you had the pork.
Right, that's a feast.
With mine, don't go with the regular size. Go a size up. I think it was only like a couple dollars difference. But
right.
I didn't know. I thought the portion was going to be a lot bigger, so I didn't want to eat that much.
And just before we move on to any other ones, I'd like to change my rating of the pork to a 6 instead of a 7. I've been chewing on the same piece of pork belly this entire time. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that was a little experiment I was running, and that is a 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair.
I do my work and I do my research before I make these because, again, it's about the fans. I want you guys to love life, and that's why I'm here.
That was beautiful, man. Evan, any closing thoughts on Tokyo Stop?
Tokyo Stop. What can I say about Tokyo Stop, man? I mean, great location, great atmosphere.
It felt very genuine.
Customer service is incredible. These portions are great.
Ooh.
For the price that you get. Something the matter, Patrick?
That was maybe one of the worst bites of chicken I've ever eaten. That was scary. I had to play that back. I had to rip that off. I had to rip that off with my teeth. You should not have to do that with chicken.
We'll be replaying that.
That being said, guys, really appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. Labor of love this time.
Yep, this is
we went through a lot for food that the return wasn't fantastic, but we don't do it just for us. We do it for you guys. We're trying to find the hidden gems across the valley for you guys to enjoy here at home. Make sure to smash that like button.
Yep.
Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. We got some beautiful comments last time talking about people's, relation to the food.
I think we cured someone's cancer.
I think we cured someone's cancer. Someone did mention that cancer and loved ones. I'm really glad you guys are connecting with our videos, and I'm really glad that you guys are, seeing the light of God as we are.
Right, because if we were to do anything other than this, we would be smitten by God.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching. Evan, we'll be back next time with
Arby's?
No!